Here, I want to take it back home. Subway calls emergency meeting as sales plummet. But everyone thinks they know why. Subway has called an emergency meeting with the franchise that runs its 19,000 restaurants amid tumbling sales and profits. The sandwich chain, with more locations than McDonald's but much lower sales, will reveal plans to lure in more customers, such as deals and new products. All fast food chains suffered in the past year of inflation-weary Americans have eaten at a lot less. McDonald's, Burger King, and Wendy's have all rolled out a $5 meal. Side note, Wendy's has been doing it for years. Let's say that. But Subway has been particularly badly hit, with sales down 9% amid complaints of huge price hikes, tired-looking shops, and has yet to roll out a competitive narrative offered like rivals. Maybe Subway is calling an emergency meeting because no one wants to pay $12 for a mediocre sandwich when they can make it at home for $3. Douglas has said. President of Bone Fide Wealth wrote on X. Yeah, so I want to talk about this. Check it out. Nobody wants to pay. It's almost $15 for a sandwich. You know what I'm saying? For
used to be cheap.
Used to be $5 footlong. Remember they had the song $5?
Yeah.
$5 footlong.
Maybe they're getting hit with price increases like everybody else.
No. Subway's is ridiculous, bro. So you get the sandwich, you get the chips and the drink, right? It's $20. $20, and it's more bread than anything else.
I'm not paying. I mean, Subway used to be crazy. You used to get all that for about like $10.
Yeah, it was slapping. I mean, Jeezy came out and said he was like, "Yo, I had a Subway for $2.50 a day."
I mean, Subway used to be popping, man.
That wasn't. I'm like, yeah, your $5 footlong was only $2.50. So now it's tripled in price.
Yeah.
The food's mediocre now. You know what I'm saying? They heat the meatballs up in the microwave. I've seen them do that. It's more veggies than meat. Like next time you look at a Subway commercial, look at the sandwich. It's like a little bit of meat, and it's a whole bunch of veggies. But that's for all fast food restaurants. All the prices are ridiculously out of. It's cheap. Some people are like, it's cheaper to go eat at a restaurant.
I mean, I'm like this, man. Subway has some of the most franchise or locations in all of America. I think they're like top 5.
19,000, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like out of all of them. Yeah. So I mean, you got to look at. There's a lot of fucking Subways out there. They need to it's price controls, man. It's like they have to start damn near doing the McDonald's model. But if you look at McDonald's, their prices are through the roof too.
Yeah.
Food prices are fucking high, man. This is what the problem is right here.
McDonald's that's processed food. That
doesn't matter.
Somewhere. And so it could be cheaper. They just charge you more. Now, see, with Subway, the thing is, Subway got famous, and they don't want to address it. They never apologized for it because they had Jared in those commercials. And they knew, because he had said it to one of the directors or whatever, that he was a pedophile. He had said something to her one time. Yeah.
I didn't hear about that. That's crazy.
Yeah, real facts. No, he said something to her about liking little kids.
Wow.
And shit. And she was like, oh, damn. You know what I'm saying? Kind of got thrown back, but they still put his ass in those commercials.
About liking little kids? What could you possibly say? Like, hey, I like little kids.
Now you look at him, right? He was a fat-ass dude. He ate Subway to get skinny so the kids couldn't run away from him.
Damn.
Think about it.
I didn't know he said something to somebody.
He said something to somebody. Bro, anybody can fact check me on that shit.
Fact check that shit
fact
right
check
now.
That shit.
Let's look
he
at
said something to somebody,
right
a director, and they just let it slide. They were like, all right, cool, because he's too important to the Subway movement.
He was the brand for a long time.
Subway's not good no more. All right?
Remember they got caught for using like fake meat or some shit like that?
Tuna. Their tuna's not real fish. Their Subway sandwiches aren't 12 inches because after you heat them up, it turns to 10 or something like that. A guy in New Jersey measured them. You know, so he showed the pictures.
Remember the one dude went to the I forget. I think he went to McDonald's, man. Then he took out the scale, the dope scale, put the cup on top of the scale. And shit, he weighed the motherfucking quarter pounder. He was like, "This shit ain't no quarter pounder."
You know, when I go to fast food restaurants, bro, I don't trust them because those people don't like their jobs no way, right? So I go inside first of all.
Yeah.
I order my food. They hand me the bag like, here's your food. I set my bag on the counter. I take my food out right then and there and I look at it, right? And if it's messed up, I'd be like, no, give my money back. They'd be like, you don't want us to make it again? I'm like, no, I gave you one chance already to make it.
You gave him the chance.
I gave you the chance.
You can't fuck with my shit
I'm not
no
going
more.
to give the food. He messed up on it on purpose because he doesn't care. Now I'm not going to give this guy that hates his job a second chance to be like, you go yell at him and say, make this guy's food better.
I went to one Subway location, man, and the shit was just nasty. And I know it wasn't even the food but just like there was gnats all up inside. They wasn't taking care of the store.
Yeah.
That was the problem. You know what I'm saying? Like the store was just nasty. I mean, you got, they're running out of different stuff and you can see the lettuce was on top of this other stuff over here. It just wasn't right. Then you got like gnats mating inside the thing. It just wasn't right, man.
Well, the gnats are coming in from, it's like fruit flies, but also like if you go to a Subway, right, and you look at the tomatoes and they look old, that means because the person that owns it is cutting costs. Because of the tomato, if you know what a tomato looks like, fresh slice is fresh slice. When you've seen a tomato the next day already cut, it's already turning watery, and the outside is all watery. And that's because they're using the tomatoes from the day before because they didn't sell.
Man, look, I don't care about, you ain't supposed to have fruit flies in, I don't care. If
your fruit flies actually grow, they live in the drains of your sink. That's where
but
they
you can
nest.
get rid of all that stuff, though. That stuff can be gotten rid of, man. You can keep that kind of stuff out of your locations. You can clean up and keep that stuff away from your stuff. But they obviously are going to go through problems. I wonder if they're going to start cutting locations.
Maybe it's, they're probably, you know what? Maybe it's because when you go to Subway, and I want everyone to do this, next time you go to Subway, when they make your sandwich and they go to cut your sandwich, watch which knife they grab. They never, I mean, if you go to, I found one Subway that every time they go and grab a clean knife. They're so lazy, they'll grab a knife they've been cutting everyone's sandwich with and cut your sandwich with it.
Wow.
And I call them on it every time, like, hey, can you use a clean knife? And they're like, oh, throw that one. And they have a bucket of clean knives, but they use the same knife to cut your sandwich.
It's crazy, man, that we talk about Subway this way, but I mean, it is truly Subway. But I mean, at the same time, it's employees, man. These are American employees. This is what they do, man.
They don't get paid. Think about it.
It doesn't matter what they get paid. A motherfucker can get paid $40 an hour. I know. Listen, when I was I was younger, man. I was fresh out of high school. I was probably making like $17 an hour. This was back when minimum wage was like $5.55. $17 an hour was like, dang, I'm winning. I'm making $1,000, bring home a week. So we working hella overtime, killing them at 18. You know what I mean? But there was motherfuckers who worked with me that was lazy as shit. They didn't care. It didn't matter how much money they was making. They would go complain about it. This is Americans, man. Yeah. Motherfuckers like, oh, I'm in the union. They can't fire me. This is how they feel, man. So it's not just they ain't paying them motherfuckers. They paying them. People getting paid. Minimum wage right now is like damn near $17 an hour or something like that, man.
Yeah, no, my son just got paid today. He was like, Dad, I'm balling.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, so.
He ain't got shit to spend his money on.
You feel me? And so at the end of the day, man, I guarantee you, it's the American worker, man. Like, not all American workers are like that, but a lot of motherfuckers is lazy as fuck. Man.
Yeah.
That's just what it is.
Yeah.
Let me,